Hello, welcome to this week of Novympia on Perfect Androgyny. It is Thursday and the theme for this week is sci-fi. So I'm coming to you today with a look inspired by Katy Perry's E.T. music video. We gave each other 3 hours today to do an extra special kind of sci-fi look, and Olympia told me she's going for the xenomorph from Alien. I don't know if any of you have seen those films, and she's not quite ready yet, so she said for me to get going. I'll be very interested to see what that looks like. I'm hoping it's going to be good. So the face that I've done today, I've actually used my boy hair. I've never used my boy hair. Yeah, I've started. What the fuck is that?
What? Are you recording right now?
I'm recording right now.
I'll make my entrance then.
That's not what you... What have you come as?
Alien, I told you. Hang on, I can't get in.
What the fuck do you look like?
You look lovely though.
What is this?
I'm Sigourney Weaver in Alien.
Oh my god.
What did you...
That's not... I thought you were going to be the alien.
No, I'm Ellen Ripley, sole survivor of the Nostromo.
How the fuck did that take you 3 extra hours?
I had to get my perm.
It's a wig.
No, it's my perm. Leave it alone. Where were you? I'll just catch up. Get away from her, you bitch.
Sci-fi.
Yes, so sci-fi. So I'm Ellen Ripley and you are...
I was telling the viewers at home that I've done a makeup look inspired by Katy Perry in the E.T. video.
You look a bit like a hemorrhoid.
Well, that's rude.
So,
you have a big hairy hemorrhoid.
Yes, that was graphic.
Yes.
So we just watched Alien movies, haven't we? We watched 2 of them.
We watched 2 of them, yeah.
We're going to watch the 3rd one later on. The 3rd one is shit. I have seen it once before.
I don't remember. I don't remember it, but
it's like, I feel like, well, the first 2 she gets away right at the end, doesn't she? And I feel like without spoiling it, the 3rd one, she gets away, but she ends up going to a planet or some shit inhabited by like rapists.
What?
A true story. And then there's like an alien there, obviously.
A rapist alien.
And she always has, the perm is always on flick. So you look lovely.
Great, thanks for that. I put some time and effort into my look this week, so...
I've got a utility belt and a perm.
Shit.
I put effort in. You're not wearing any hair.
That's what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever actually used my own hair, and I don't know if I like it. I was going to do like something with like black hair, but obviously in the video she has this huge like skeletal headpiece thing.
I was going to say, what is
I
that?
can't be asked to do that.
What is that thing she has?
I think it's made out of like braided hair.
You're
like if you look closely at it, it's like a frame wrapped up with braided hair.
That's clever. Probably not her own hair.
Probably not her own hair.
Yeah,
but...
I liked that song actually. I didn't care for the bit about this astronaut, the rap. Is it a rap? You're a sci-fi astronaut. It just sounds shit. You know,
tell me what's next, alien sex. I'ma disrobe you, then I'ma probe you.
Oh my god, that's so graphic. Songs that just have those random bits of rap thrown in.
I like Kanye West.
Is it kind of? That's why I don't like it.
Well, I mean, he's a douche, but I like his music. I think that's a good feature.
Yes.
So sci-fi. I am quite a big sci-fi fan. I like lots of sci-fi. You don't let me watch as much sci-fi as I'd like.
It's weird because I was saying the other day, we've just done a video about aliens and how we love any sort of alien conspiracy shit. And we've also just done one based on movies. So when we were, discussing Perfect Androgyny, we thought the sci-fi week, we thought, oh shit, we've already used up all of our stuff. But obsessed with aliens, UFOs.
I really used to love watching the series Battlestar Galactica. And I recently bought the first season of that to watch, and you hated it.
Yeah, I couldn't really get on board. It's the same with Star Trek. I can't really get on board.
I was never a fan of Star Trek. With Star Wars, and I'm there. I fucking love Star Wars.
We need to restart Star Wars.
As soon as we finish our Alien marathon, we need to start our Star Wars marathon.
Because they're doing another one, aren't they? That's out quite soon, I think. And you know what the other one was that I thought I could get on board with, but ultimately it went very downhill. I want to say Stargate.
Stargate SG-1.
Starship, but that's that Nicki Minaj song.
So the thing with Stargate is that you did not give it a big enough chance.
I think I watched that movie.
You watched the movie, which isn't anywhere near as good as a TV series, but you kind of need to watch it as it's like a prequel. You get a lot of like background story if you watch the movie.
Not that I believe any of it, but I love that whole idea that the pyramids are to do with like ancient aliens.
Oh, but Stargate SG-1 is so good. Once you get into season 2, it's amazing, but you've got to it's one of those where you've got to get past the first season.
Yeah, well, there's a lot we have to watch, so we'll put it on the back burner. What are your thoughts on the whole pyramid thing?
Aliens.
Alien, do you think so?
I actually do believe that.
I don't know.
It would make so much sense about like all the gods and stuff. Like I believe that they're aliens.
I'm going to bring it up again. I know you don't like it. The fourth kind. There is a sort of sideline in the fourth kind where they talk about the Sumerian civilization, which is like one of the oldest humans recorded civilizations. And they're supposed to be sort of, you know, tablets and sort of epitaphs or whatever with sort of like alien spaceship looking shapes.
There's
And
loads
you find
of
that
like
in like Egypt
hieroglyphs
as well.
of like rockets
Yes,
and modern looking
yes.
technology.
So,
do any kind of Google search.
It's very fascinating to think that exists because clearly they didn't know anything then.
I love Final Fantasy, which,
Is that science fiction?
well, some parts of it is. After like Final Fantasy 7 and onwards, everyone seemed to really like the sci-fi aspects of it. Final Fantasy 7 is very sci-fi.
It's like sort of 2% sci-fi, 98% crap shit.
No. I personally like Final Fantasy when it's more authentic fantasy than sci-fi. I haven't played 13, but that looks like it's going more back to the sci-fi, back to 7 and 8. My favourites are 9 and 12 and 10, where it's like wizards and casting spells and those are the best.
You know what
ones.
was great in the science fiction arena? The Worst Witch. Did you guys ever see that TV show?
Fantasy though, isn't
The
it?
Worst Witch, science fiction. Yeah, there's a line there that's blurred, isn't there? We should do a fantasy next. That we'll
should
talk
do
about
fantasy.
perfect
I would love to
androgyny,
do that.
fantasy, all that Lord of the Rings stuff. But that'll be another week.
We recently watched a movie called Area 51. That was really good.
It was one of those found
Well, no, it wasn't
footage-
really good. Like, it was entertaining, it was fun, but like,
I think it was good. I think it was
serves its
good.
purpose. It had a lot of plot holes, but I really liked it. I thought the ending was the best bit.
I don't think
the ending was
there
the
were
best
plot
bit.
holes in it. It was just
Well, just the fact that
fairly-
these people got into Area 51 at all. I think you kind of just have to assume that for all intents and purposes,
Yeah.
they did get
You have
in
to
there.
suspend your beliefs in a
Yeah.
lot of things because it's very weak. The storyline's very weak.
If you can just kind of forgive
Get
how they
past
got
it.
in there, just accept that they are in there. The rest of
The
it's
end
really good.
was so good, I
Yeah.
thought. And considering it's a found footage, essentially, genre, which can go one of two ways, really.
The last
Generally,
scene is so
they
smart.
go down the shitter, but I thought that one was quite good.
Yeah.
In the science fiction arena of Area 51, I recommend listening to the Area 51 audiobook. Has anyone ever listened to that?
No one listens to audio
By Annie Jacobson, or read the book Area 51, an uncensored
What about here?
history of America's top secret military base. I listened to it.
Does X-Men count as science fiction? I fucking love X-Men.
That's another one that I struggle to get on board with. There are ones
Oh my
I
God.
watch, but
All of the X-Men, well not all of the X-Men films, the Wolverine ones suck, but X-Men is so good.
obviously the X-Files, I've brought it up every single video ever.
I'm sure it was good at the time, but like I don't have any kind of nostalgic connection to it, so I'm
Yes,
not
but
going
you
to be watching
guys,
that.
they're remaking it. They're rebooting it. We could watch the reboot. There was a movie of it.
I'd watch the reboot.
We're going to get a cat, and we're going to call it Jones,
I
just so
think
that I
that's
can wear this outfit in the kitchen.
Such a good idea.
And I can say, hey Jonesy, hey, how are you? Hey shithead, hey, how are you? And then I can fling it up and say, get away from her, you bitch.
Not doing any of these things.
Mother! God damn it, that's not all! God damn it! Listen to me, god damn it! God damn it! That movie should have just been called God Damn It. You know what movie I really love, and it was considered shit at the time, and I think it's because it was probably, like, it borrowed a hell of a lot of ideas from other movies, but as a standalone, with no other knowledge, The Island, I love The Island.
What was that
That
one
has
again?
such a good soundtrack. It's the one with Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor, and they're in a compound
Oh yes, and they want to get this, they win this competition or something.
to
it's a
go to
lottery
the
thing.
island.
That
But
was
really,
good.
they're having their organs, like, harvested. That's amazing.
Spoil it.
Sorry, you guys.
That was really good. That was a good
It's got the
movie.
best soundtrack. It's one of those movies where the soundtrack is always used in, like, movie trailers.
Which reminds me of another amazing science fiction film that I think a lot of people just forgotten about because of Tom Cruise, but Oblivion,
Oh yeah, that was good.
I would recommend, because obviously you see Tom Cruise and you think, this is going to be wank. But it was actually really good. And the soundtrack to that is incredible.
We tried to sing the title song for that in a bar once.
The less said about that, the better.
And it was flat, fell
It was
flat.
terrible.
The Matrix is sick. There is a lady in it who is, you know,
Looks a bit like Mel B.
larger lady, a bit older.
Oh, I thought you meant the one with the
mixed
little buttons.
race, and she bakes cookies, and she says, "Don't worry about that vase." And then you smash the vase.
I remember that bit.
That face. That's like the whole movie. So I'd watch it just for that. You know what is incredible?
What?
We watched it the other day. It's about robots, artificial intelligence called Ex Machina.
That was the best film in the world.
Oh my god. Now, no spoilers here, but the ending, shit. I mean, I shat everywhere.
My God.
Shit, just shit.
That's one of those films that's like, it's so quiet and it lures you in and then all fucking hell breaks loose.
It
at the
stays
end.
with you. I mean, that movie was so smart.
Yeah.
The sort of visuals are insane.
It really reminded me of, many years ago, a PS3 tech demo. What was it called? Kara?
I think it was called Kara. It might have been like Kyra.
And it was this Android conveyor belt factory thing. And there's this one guy like pushing buttons, and there's these androids being constructed, and one of them comes along and she starts asking questions, or she shows some kind of human ability.
Awareness.
And he's like, no, this one's defective, and he starts taking it apart, and she breaks down in tears. She goes, no, you can't do
Don't
this.
take me apart, please.
And then he just lets her go, and he goes, okay, and he lets her go on, and you just think, wait, but that's it, and then it ends, and you just don't know what happens to this poor.
You know what is shit though?
Aware
iRobot
robot.
was not good. iRobot was bad.
I really liked iRobot.
That was really bad.
I really liked iRobot. Why did you
AI
like iRobot?
wasn't good. Oh, because it was so cheap. It was so shit. It offered nothing new.
I thought iRobot was amazing.
Something's happening in my crotch and it really hurts. What is that?
Stop it, this is so gross.
Something sharp in my crotch. So we're going to go and watch Alien 3 now, aren't we? So let us know your favourite science fiction movies.
Yes, do you prefer fantasy or science fiction? Do you hate all of them? Do you believe in aliens?
Do you prefer my look to Novas? Because really, you know, Alien versus a Katy Perry video, I think there's a
an
sort of,
actual alien versus whatever the
there's
fuck
a taste
this
level
is.
there. I'm going to vanquish you.
Good luck with that.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Subscribe. Perfect Androgyny and Novympia and all
I
these.
probably wouldn't subscribe if I were you, we're not great.
Shut up. All of the social media stuff is in the description to find us and follow us. Stalk us, if you will.
Or
if
me,
you like.
me at least.
Let's go blow,
Not so much this one.
blow out this perm.
Oh my god, you don't even know what that means. That means nothing. You can't blow out a perm.
What would you know?
I am a hairdresser. Blow out a perm.
I'm gonna go blow out this perm.
But that means nothing.
Give it a blowout.
That's just what she said.
Turn it off.